Okay, Texans, don't come at me. I know Oklahoma and Texas love to talk smack on each other. Mostly jokingly, mostly. But today we're gonna have an honest conversation because whether we like to admit it or not, more and more Texans, especially those from like Dallas, Fort Worth, and also Houston, are moving to Oklahoma. In fact, in 2022, more than 26,000 Texans moved to Oklahoma, making Texas one of the top states sending people here. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down, well, why is that? Why people are leaving DFW, how the cost of living compares, what your money buys in each market, commute and lifestyle differences, and who Oklahoma City is actually a great fit for and who it's not. If you're researching a move from Dallas, Fort Worth, Frisco, Plano, maybe McKinney, this video is for you. I'm Katie Kuryakos, your local realtor here in the Oklahoma City area. And before we jump in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I post multiple videos every single week about what it's really like to live in Oklahoma City and the surrounding suburbs, especially for families relocating here. All right, Texans, let's do this. So let's first talk about why Texans are moving. First, let's be very clear. Texas and Fort Worth are booming. And that's not a bad thing. DFW has experienced massive growth over the last decade with corporate relocations, population increases, development everywhere. And growth is great, don't get me wrong, until it starts affecting your everyday life. What I've been consistently hearing from families calling me from DFW is, our property taxes are really high, our commute is exhausting, or we love Texas, we really, really love it, but it's getting expensive. Texas doesn't have state income tax, which sounds really amazing, but they absolutely make up for it in high property taxes. And when home values rise, tax bills rise right along with them. So a lot of families are sitting on a lot of equity and thinking, what if we sold and stretch this money a bit farther? And that's where Oklahoma City enters the chat. Now let's talk a little bit about the growth of Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is definitely growing too. There's new development, new restaurants and entertainment, downtown energy, expanding suburbs, but it's been very slow and steady growth. Not explosive, not overwhelming growth. OKC is one of the largest cities in the country by land area, 9th in the nation, so we can grow without everything feeling packed on top of each other. When Texas families move here, one of the first things they say is, it just feels a bit easier. It's easier to drive, easier to park, easier to get across town without all that traffic, and that daily ease matters more than people really realize. Okay, let's talk a bit about cost of living differences. Let's really dive in and talk numbers. Overall, home prices in the DFW metro are significantly higher than the Oklahoma City metro. If we're talking about suburbs like Frisco, Plano, or McKinney, your $600,000 to $800,000 budget looks very different here. And then there's also property taxes. Oklahoma's property tax rates are typically much lower than Texas, especially in the Texas metro like DFW. So even at a similar purchase price, your annual tax bill can be thousands less in Oklahoma. Insurance costs can also tend to be more manageable here compared to parts of Texas seeing sharp increases. Now, Oklahoma has had a rise in home insurance costs, so that isn't always the case, but something still to note. So financially, many families realize that they could sell in DFW, buy in OKC, and potentially lower a lot of their monthly expenses. And that's a really, really powerful combination. So let's give some specific examples here. I'm gonna pull up my computer here, pop on Zillow real fast, and we're gonna kind of compare some homes here. Now I pulled up a home in McKinney, Texas, and then also one in Edmond, Oklahoma. So kind of comparable type suburbs, I would say. Both of them are roughly around the same size. They're both 4-bed, 3 baths, around 2,400 square feet. And as you can see, there's quite a bit difference here. In McKinney, Texas, we're looking at about $515,000 for this home. And then in Edmond, Oklahoma, we're looking at under $440,000. Very big difference in price. And then also, if we go kind of more into maybe a luxury bracket here, I pulled up a home in Highland Park, Texas, and a home in Nichols Hills, Oklahoma. Both of these are very prestigious, high-end neighborhoods filled with luxury homes. Both of these are around 6,000 square feet, so very large. And as you can see, there's a very, very big price difference here. In Highland Park, Texas, we're looking at almost $4.5 million. And in Nichols Hills, we're looking at $1.8 million. So both really high price points, but a huge difference there. So there's a lot of things to consider when looking at homes, and that includes lot size, square footage, pools, acreage, new construction options, quality of materials. One of the biggest comments I hear is, I didn't realize we could get this much space. And that's something that Oklahoma still offers. There can also be a little bit of a college advantage too, and this one may surprise a lot of Texans. There's something a lot of Texas families don't realize, and that is that both the University of Oklahoma and Oklahoma State University actively welcome top Texas students. They offer competitive scholarships and in some cases even offer in-state tuition incentives for qualifying Texas residents. So if you have teenagers or you're thinking very long term, that can represent serious savings compared to Texas public university tuition. Also, this is where it comes back to the population increase in Oklahoma. I think we're seeing a lot of Texas students come here for college and then end up staying and starting their careers here. And all of that becomes part of an overall big financial conversation. Also, let's talk a little bit about daily stress. In DFW, a 20-minute commute can easily be 45 minutes to an hour depending on traffic. I've been to DFW and the traffic is crazy. But in Oklahoma City, you can get almost anywhere in about 20 minutes. Downtown, shopping, restaurants, even Will Rogers World Airport is easy to access from most suburbs. Your day doesn't revolve around traffic planning, and that can have a huge impact on your quality of life, much more than people even expect. I also think there's a very big lifestyle difference that we need to talk about. DFW is very high energy. Think major sports, corporate hubs, fast pace. Oklahoma City is growing and growing in a great way, but it's much calmer. And what I hear a lot of people that are coming from Texas to Oklahoma say, we want it to still be big enough. We still want there to be plenty to do, but we want a little less chaos. Now, Texans, don't start talking smack in the comments. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. What I'm saying is that they are different. And for some families, that slower pace combined with financial breathing room is exactly what they're looking for. So this all brings up the question, who should move and who shouldn't? Maybe who is Oklahoma City not right for? You might love Oklahoma City if you want more house for your money, you want lower property taxes, you're okay with a slightly slower pace, you're thinking long-term financially. Now, on the other hand, you might prefer staying in DFW if you thrive on high-density city energy, or you need daily access to specific corporate hubs, or maybe you love constant big city buzz. In the end, there's no wrong answer. It's about what fits your life and what you want your lifestyle to look like. Hey, if you're thinking about moving from Dallas-Fort Worth to Oklahoma City, I help families relocate here every single week. Drop down to the description below where you'll find my contact information. We can talk through neighborhoods, budget, commute times, and whether this move actually makes sense for you. If you're researching the move, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post multiple videos every week about what it's really like to live here and how to choose the right suburb. And those will include the good about Oklahoma City, the bad about Oklahoma City, and everything in between, so you can make sure that you're making the right move. When it comes to real estate, I love to help you make the best move for you and your family.